Welcome to Everbank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Ty Johnson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVP. He's finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So they'll decline this and take the results. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that first down throw is going to wind up incomplete. Defender in the area making a nice play on the football. Now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
Allen setting up play action. He's got a man left. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak, it's Allen. Oh, the football's loose. And it looks like the Jaguars got to it. They have gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts a turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Running in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan, believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing. Cam Little to kick
All
off
set for the
the
kickoff.
Jaguars.
Little with the honors. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Allen avoids the sack. He puts a man under it deep down the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air. Allen completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And no question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Another one for Cook. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Allen now on first down. There's a screen for Cook. He dodged the tackle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Again, it's Cook. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he finds him 6 yards on that first down run.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everett. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Working from the gun. It's Allen. This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Receiver in motion, going left. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Allen setting up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills earn the chance to tie it before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Matt Prater for the point after try. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. From the shotgun, Lawrence couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's a small gain up to the 38. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They go play action. Lawrence. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Brings up 2nd and
Some
5.
offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Lawrence hangs out to it. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third down, they need 7. Lawrence to throw it. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Little knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime anytime you score points right before the final frame. And for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. First down throw for Allen. Flushed out now to his left. And he gives himself up after a short gain. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Now Prater on to send it away. LaQuint Allen to return this. The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Here come the Jaguars, taking the field on offense to start the third. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Lawrence with it on 1st. He gets this one to Strange. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Motioning the tight end now. Here's ETN on 1st down. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Tre'Davious White there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lawrence working from the gun. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Little knocks it through, and that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Johnson now on the return. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Finds his fullback. And he won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. And Allen will hold on to this. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Nickel look by the Jaguars here, 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Now a design run, it's Allen. And that's only 1 yard up the middle, gonna be 2nd down.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is gonna net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Design bootleg here. Jump off top by his back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of it as they get set for 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Bills trail by 6. Down by 6. No choice but to go for this. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's going for it himself. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Fullback trying to power it across. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. They're running the option, short side, and he's in for the touchdown. The Bills find a way to tie it late. Josh Allen, the touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Jaguars 13.
Now Prater on to send it away. This is Allen to return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Complete. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Bills. This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. Their defense held, clinging to the slimmest of leads, Brock, and now that lead entrusted to this offense, asking them to just run out that clock.
And now the last thing this offense wants to do, really the only thing it can't do, is make an unforced error and turn it over.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Cook will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 4-yard line.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he cannot bring it in. They've now arrived at 4th and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Prater on to send it away. This is Allen to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. First call here coming from the shotgun. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here he is to throw. Finds a man right side. And he got the first. Clock stops at 23 seconds to play. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Setting up to pass. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, Lawrence. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock, but not the big play they needed, just a gain of 5.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.